Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. Yes, I had to check and see what day today is. I'm Eva Medilek, and I am your high performance coach and also your cultural inclusivity trainer. Now, what I want to address today that I've been seeing come up in a lot of my coaching calls with my clients, whether it be our group coaching or private, is energy, kind of a lack of energy, a feeling of being overwhelmed, being exhausted, trying to do everything for everyone, trying to please everyone, maybe just going through the motions, trying to get through the day, whether it's work, whether it's, you know, meals that you cook, whether it's your relationships, even though you are, I would say, satisfied. You're kind of going through life mediocre, if you will. You're really not showing up with all the vim and vigor and vibrancy that you can at home, at work, and in your communities. So I want to address that a little bit. And the first thing I want to let everyone know who's watching live or watching on the replay is about burnout. You are not burned out by what you're doing, but you are burned out by how you are doing it. Let me say that again. You're not burned out by what you're doing. You are burned out by how you're doing it. You're overwhelmed by the number of things that you are saying yes to that you really want to say no to because of a concern, I'll say, of what other people might think. They may think you're not a team player. They may think you're selfish. They may think that you're not supportive enough for them. And so what happens is we are not taking care of ourselves in a way that generates the energy that we need to show up on our A game in every area of our lives. You've probably heard the expression, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And what happens is, as you are maybe slogging through the day, just getting by, just get me to the end of the day, the 5 o'clock whistle, the 6 o'clock whistle, or whatever your bedtime is, there's no oomph, there's no joy, there's no vibrancy. And that could be in your mental energy, your emotional energy, your physical energy. And everyone knows, has, well, let me put it this way, everyone has been around a person who was hungry and tired. And you know the energy that being hungry, tired, exhausted, overwhelmed can bring. I mean, think of yourself when you are exhausted and the children just ask you one more thing, or you hear ma, ma, or dad, dad, or a coworker at work needs one more thing, or your boss is asking you for one more thing, and you're just exhausted. Think about how that feels in your body, how that feels in your spirit, and the faces you make. I know for me, I'm a master at making faces, at screwing my face up inside and out, rolling my eyes, whatever it is. And I know what it feels like to be the recipient of an eye roll. And I have to tell you, for me, if I say something to someone or ask someone for support or help and I see the suck teeth or the sigh or the eye roll, it feels incredibly disrespecting to me. And I don't want anything from that person ever, ever again. I don't want anything from them. And I know that it's not me, it's a result of how they're feeling. It's a result of their energy in the moment. Actually, your energy in the moment, most of the time, is a result of what you did 3 days ago. So if you drank too much, or if you didn't get enough sleep, or if just had a really long, exhausting day, the effects of that are still felt 3 days later. You know how it feels when you exercise really hard and you feel really good, and then a couple of days later, everything hurts, your muscles are sore. So I want you to think about how you can take control and have agency over your energy. And it may feel selfish, but I want you to take this acronym that I learned from one of my coaches in life many, many years ago, and it's MEDS. You want to take your meds. Now, I'm not talking about pills or supplements or any illegal substances, if you will. Um, but I want you to think of MEDS as an acronym for meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. Meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. So let's take the first one, meditation. I have always been what I considered horrible at meditating because I just can't sit and quiet my mind. Meditation looks different for everyone, so I want to take that stress off of you. Think of meditation as a time where you have some alone time. You can be alone with your thoughts. You can just sit still and not be on your phone, be on social media, be thinking about the next thing you have to do, but just really uh, what I do in my meditation practice, I go through a gratitude list. I'll just sit and be thankful. My latest one is I'm thankful for my feet. And here's why, because since mid-August, I've been walking nearly every morning for an average of 40 minutes. I do a couple of miles, 2 or 3 miles, I guess, in 40 minutes. And I'm really grateful that I can walk, that I can move my body, that my feet that aren't perfect, that I complain about, that I used to complain about because I have an issue with lymphedema in one of them, that I can still walk, that I can still wear shoes, that I can still rock heels with, not perfect feet. And at the age I am of 63. So, you know, even if you can't do an or meditation or anything like that, that's not your cup of tea. If you can just sit periodically without doing anything, take a few deep breaths and go through a list of things that you are grateful in your life. It does so much for your energy. And the other thing, YouTube has a lot of 5-minute guided meditations. There's apps, there's Headspace and something else I can't remember. Oh, Calm. There's Calm, there's Headspace. There's all kind of support that you can get 5 minutes to just sit and not be in the busyness of being busy. Society has had us glorify busy. How many times have you talked to someone or called them up or run into them and you ask, how are you? And they're like, good, but busy, good, but really busy. How many times have you said that? I'm good, but busy. It's like a badge of honor. That means you're doing something, you're productive, you're contributing to life, into the world. But when I hear people say that, I'm like, they are not high performers. Busy can be good, but busy and exhausting, not healthy, not healthy. So that's the M in meds. Let's talk about the E. The E in meds, and if you're joining us later in the middle of this, we are talking about ways to support your energy so that you can show up on your A game at home, at work, and in your communities. And I'm saying take your meds. But meds is an acronym for meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. So I just went through the M. I'm going to go through the E. Exercise. Now, there are so many studies that prove that moving your body helps you live longer and healthier. So, whatever your concept of exercise is, mine has been consistently walking, not running, not jogging, but walking. Walking, moving my body, getting my limbs to move. There's other things that I do for movement when I'm not able to go out and walk. But what can you do consistently to move your body so that your body treats you well? You have to treat your body well in order for your body to treat you well, in order for it to continue to perform at its highest and best level for you and not knock you out with, illnesses, respiratory illnesses, whatever diseases that could attack you when you're not in the best shape of your life to fight these off, or injury, even, twisted knees and ankles, not moving your body, not taking care of your skeletal muscle mass makes healing happen longer than it needs to or it should. All right, so we've got meditation, exercise. Let's hit the D in your meds, diet. Listen, you are what you eat. You are doing your body a disservice if you eat food that doesn't nourish you, fuel you, give you energy, and help you live longer. Now, that could be different for different people, so I'm not going to go into any kind of diet advice. But what I am saying is if you're picking up something to eat, ask yourself, is this going to help me live longer? Is this going to help me live healthy? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you can't have dessert and cheat days or whatever you call it. I'm not saying that. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Please, please, please enjoy this journey we call life. But what I'm saying is a consistent diet of food that's not going to bring you good health and longevity, you are doing yourself and your family and your loved ones and everyone around you a disservice, because you can't perform your best when you don't feel your best, when your brain is not clear, when you're not functioning, when you're hangry. And so, one of the things I keep in mind is I eat when I'm not hungry. And you say, Eva, why would you do that? Because I know that if I let myself get to a state of hunger, is not going to be pretty by everybody around me, and I'm not going to feel good, and I'm going to rush through a call or rush through a meeting because my stomach is grumbling and I'm hungry and my blood sugar has gotten low. I mean, think about it, if as if it were your car. You don't want your car to run out of gas completely before you fill it up. So think of your body that way. Think of your phone. You don't want to, when you look at your phone and you see it, it's running out of battery, you plug it in right away, right? My husband always teases me because if my phone gets to 70%, I'm like, oh my God, I'm almost out of battery. I got to plug it in. And it's like, really? I'm actually getting better. But seriously, notice the signs. Eat for fuel and performance so that you don't have to eat out of reaction to being hungry or hangry, and you can make more healthy, healthful food choices. All right, so we got meditation, exercise, diet, sleep. Oh my God, sleep is so underrated. The importance of sleep, if you're listening to any podcast or any doctor who is talking about how important sleep is, it cannot be emphasized enough for your body to actually, your brain specifically, to be able to recover and be restored to optimal settings. You've been using your brain all day. You've been solving problems. You've been experiencing feelings and emotions. We need good quality sleep to be able to wake up the next day naturally feeling refreshed and ready to show up as our best selves every day. So, how do we get good sleep? I'm going to give you the 3-2-1 rule. 3, no food 3 hours before bed. 2, no work 2 hours before bed. Oops. And 1, no screens, no blue light in your eyes 1 hour before bed. You've got to prepare your brain to start powering down so that it's not spending the first few hours of trying to get to sleep and power down. You give your brain the best chance, your brain and your body, the best chance to fall asleep, to get that good deep REM sleep so that your brain can go through all of the cycles it needs to go through to recover and reset and restore and prepare you for the next day. And that's, my friends, is how you show up as a high performer. It's not being a high powered executive. It's about taking care of your energy so that you can be the best you that you can be at home, at work, and in your communities. Let me know how you liked this video in the comments below. Let me know what you are going to start to implement so that you can move from burnout, overwhelm, and exhaustion to performing your best, to showing up as your best, to being a true high performer with the energy that you need, both mentally, emotionally, and physically, to be on your A game. I hope you enjoyed this. Please share it out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, evamedilek.com/YouTube, and I will see you next week. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.